Shalom לכל ישראליתים בעיר Pereira Barreto, בערי סביבות Pereira Barreto, בערי מדינות ברזיל, באירופה, באפריקה, באסיה, בארצות הברית, בישראל, במזרח התיכון. כאן אסף בנמי קריספין לוי, אשר מדבר איתכם. אני הייתי רוצה להזמין אותך ולמשפחתך ולכל אשר משתתפים אותנו להקראה של תורה. Here the elder Assaf Benami Crispin Levi, who speaks with you, and I would like to invite you for the reading of the Torah. You that are in Africa, in Europe, in Asia, in United States of America, now South America, Central America and North America, and the Middle East, and Israel, our land. And we're going to speak about the eternal covenant, the Torah, the mitzvot, shall Yahweh. And we stop at the item number 116 in the former study, and now we're going through the item 117. I hope that you are feeling well and watching this explanation about the Torah. And because the Torah is our life. Let's go to the study now. Item 117. The priest must be set the value of a field dedicated to Yahweh. Vaikra, Leviticus 27, chapter 27, verse 16 to 24. Let's go there. Vaikra, Leviticus 27. Verse 16 to 24. The priest must set the value of a field dedicated to Yahweh. And if a man sets apart to Yahweh a field he owns, then your evaluation shall be according to the seed for each, a homer of barley seed at 50 shekels of silver. If he set his field apart from the year of Jubilee, according to your evaluation, it stands. But if he sets his field apart after the Jubilee, then the priest shall reckon to him the silver due according to the years that remain till the year of Jubilee, and it shall be deducted from your evaluation. And if he who sets the field apart ever wishes to redeem it, then he shall add 1/5 of the silver of your evaluation to it, and it shall be his. And if he does not redeem the field, or if he has sold the field to another man, it is no longer redeemed. But the field, when it is released in the Jubilee, is set apart to Yahweh as a dedicated field to be the possession of the priest. And if a man sets apart to Yahweh a field which he has bought, which is not the field of his possession, then the priest shall reckon to him the amount of your evaluation up to the year of Jubilee, and he shall give your evaluation on that day set apart to Yahweh. In the year of Jubilee, the field returns to him from whom he bought it, to him whose is the possession of the land. Well, we can see in the Torah that the persons with the good hearts offered to the Eternal One several things, for example, animals, cereals, and silver, and gold, and several things to be accepted before the Eternal One. In the Torah, you can see this law or reference to these things to be accepted before the Eternal One. Then, the priest must set the value of a field dedicated to Yahweh. Then, we're going to examine in details this item of the Torah. Starting by verse 16. And if a man sets apart to Yahweh a field he owns, then your evaluation shall be according to the seed for it, a homer of barley seed as 50 shekels of seed. Then if the person dedicated and the field to the Eternal One, and this person certainly had much land, and he offered it to the Eternal One. Then the evaluation of why the evaluation? Because that person, according to Torah, who could rescue it, and in the time, in the future time, well, then your evaluation shall be according to the seed that was planted in it. A homer of barley seed at 52 shekels of seed. For example, a homer that was a measure, and I would like to show you this measure. A homer and 360 liters. A homer, 360 liters. Well, then it was measured by these liters of barley seed that was planted in it. And if he set his field apart from the year of Jubilee, according to evaluation, it stands. Then it was next to the year of Jubilee, the evaluation was 1. If it was long, far from the year of Jubilee, it would be another one. This depended much more from the year of Jubilee. But if he set his field apart after the Jubilee, then the priest shall reckon to him the silver due according to the years that remain to the year of Jubilee, and it shall be deducted from your evaluation. For example, but if he set his field apart after the Jubilee, then the priest shall reckon to him the silver due according to the years that remain till the year of the Jubilee, and it shall be deducted from your valuation. Then I was spoken before. It depended the valuation of the seed of barley, the seed of wheat, and the seed. It all depended from the plantation. And if he who sets the field apart ever wishes to redeem it, then he shall add 1/5 of the silver of your evaluation to it, and it shall be his. Like I said before, if you wanted to rescue this field that you dedicated to the Eternal One, you can add 1/5 in money, in silver, in gold, to the priest, and the field would be back to you again. And if he does not redeem the field, or if he has sold the field to another man, it is no longer redeemed. Then if this person did not redeem the field, or if he has sold the field to another man, it is no longer redeemed. For example, he passed the field to another person, okay, this field that was consecrated to the Eternal One, and it wouldn't be redeemed anymore, any longer. But the field, when it is released in the Jubilee, is set apart to Yahweh as dedicated field to be the possession of the priest. For example, and when it was released in the year of the Jubilee, it was from the Kohen. And if a man sets apart to Yahweh a field which he has bought, which is not the field of his possession. This first explanation, it was the field of the possession. Now, let's analyze one offering that the person is offering to the Eternal One, a field of it is not from his possession, okay? And if a man sets apart to Yahweh a field which he has bought, that person has bought from another man, which is not the field of his possession, then the priest shall reckon to him the amount of your evaluation up to the year of Jubilee, and he shall give your evaluation on that day set apart to Yahweh. And in the year of Jubilee, the field returns to him from who he bought it, to him whose is the possession of land. Then in the year of the Jubilee, Jubilee is the 50 years, and if this person bought this field from another person, and he offered it to the Eternal One, then the Jubilee, this field returns to the former person that had the field. Well, let's see it in the oral law. The oral law is item 117. The evaluation of field. Bereshit 47, 22 to 24. Bereshit 47, 22 to 24. Only the ground of the priests he did not buy, for the priests had portions allotted to them by Pharaoh, and they ate their portions which Pharaoh gave them, therefore they did not sell their ground. And Yosef said to the people, look, I have bought you and your land today for Pharaoh. Look, here is seed for you, and you shall sow the land. And it shall be that in the harvest you shall give 1/5 to Pharaoh, and the 4/5 is your own, as seed for the field, and for your food, for those of your house. Then you can see the Mitzrayim, in the Egypt, Yosef, and he represented himself a Kohen of the Eternal One. And he did not buy the lands of the Pharaoh's priests, because in the Torah, you could not buy the priest's land. It's another law, okay, that you're going to see afterwards. Well, let's see this item 117 in the Torah in YHUH's time and his Talmudians. Masei Shilihim, Acts of Apostles, chapter 4. Chapter 4, verses 34 to 36. 34 to 36. For there was not anyone in need among them, for all who were possessors of lands or house sold them, and broke the price of what was sold, and laid them at the feet of the emissaries, and they distributed to each as anyone has need. And Assaf, who was also called Barnabas by the emissaries, which means son of encouragement, a Levite, a native of Cyprus. Well, we can see here this evaluation of fields, that these persons sold all the possessions, and the emunah, the faith was great, and they offered to the Eternal One. But it depends of your faith. And these persons, okay, they put the sold, or put the money that they were sold, the properties, and before the apostles' feet. And the apostles' feet, like the Torah, distributed to all those who were in need, like the commandments of the Eternal One, because in the Torah, we can see in the Torah, in Devarim 12, verse 8 and 17, verse 17 precisely, and the persons, when they gathered together the Maserim, the Terumot, they sold each, and they added 1/5 to their Maserim, and they took it to the priests in Jerusalem, and the priest and shared with all those with the head priority, with the head need, because it is the Torah. The persons could not make it with your title and your offerings, and you give it to the poor, you give it to the widows, you give it to the needed ones. You must deliver to the Kohen, and the Kohen distribute the person according to their needs. Well, this evaluation of fields, and we can see here that there were Levite between them, between the apostles. And this money got to these Levites in that time. And they distributed to the people according their needs. Shalom. If you want to help us in this preaching of the Torah, in this mission, I'm going to give you my banking account, Bank of Brazil, and my account in banking is saving number 14 0 6 4 3 3 variation 51 saving. I'm going to repeat 14 0 6 4 3 3 variation 51 saving. And the bank agents 044035, Bank of Brazil, Pereira Barreto City, São Paulo State, Brazil. And Yahweh bless you and your family. Yahweh Baruch Atav Ramishpahagam, Baruch Rakol Avodah Shelcha, Bechashen Yahushua. Shalom Lehitrawat.